Have you seen the thousands of videos on Instagram and TikTok where the dog and the piglet or the pig and the puppy are playing together? Many times when this happens, owners don't realize what they're doing. If they aren't careful and they don't understand the true dynamics between dogs and pigs, then they can actually set their two animals up to hate each other, to have constant conflict, to have constant fear for the rest of their lives when it comes to interacting with each other. So it's very important to realize that dogs are predators and pigs are prey. When we understand that, it can really help us to understand what we're seeing when we have our two animals together. Now, because of the way that each one thinks, the way a predator thinks and the way prey thinks is completely different. This is going to cause them to act and react differently. They may look like they're playing and having a good time, when in reality, the pig is being tormented. So let's talk a little bit about this and see how we can set our animals up for success. Now, it is always advised that whenever pigs and dogs are together, that they're always supervised. And this is just common sense because things can turn bad very quickly. It can just take a second. And if we're not there to step in very quickly, then things can go bad. A lot of pigs have their ears ripped off and are killed because even by a dog that was the nicest dog and would never hurt anything or anyone. So it's very important for us to know our animals before we ever leave them alone. And I'm not saying know them for a couple weeks or months. I'm saying know them for years. Know what makes them tick. Know what pushes their buttons. Know what is going to push them too far. And if a pig is going to push a dog too far or vice versa, then they can never be left alone together because we don't want to come home to a really bad situation. Now, when we understand this, when we realize that our pig may never, ever like our dog may never like our pig. When we understand that and we give them the space and the allowance to know how they feel and know what they want. Animals are smart, especially pigs. They know what they like. They know what they don't like. So we're not going to force it. Okay. This is something we're not forcing this relationship. We are going to slowly introduce them, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, in the best way possible that makes it so that they have the best chances of having a good relationship and not a volatile relationship. But we need to understand that that might never happen. They might never have a wonderful relationship. So we might always have to supervise. Also, realizing that if we teach our puppy or our dog basic fundamentals, then we are going to be able to set our puppy up for success as well, or our dog, by teaching them boundaries, by teaching them manners, especially when it comes to our pig. Then we are going to highly increase the chances that our pig is going to put up with the puppy or dog. Now, pigs are all different. So when it comes to their personal feelings about bringing in new family members, and it doesn't matter what species it is, pigs are all different. So does your pig feel pretty good, feel pretty comfortable and confident in their position in the herd to let new family members come in and not feel threatened? Or is your pig very confrontational when it comes to new family members, anyone entering the family, are they very confrontational? Knowing this is going to help you decide whether to get a new puppy or new dog or not. Because pigs do have a very strong instinct for that hierarchy. They have to know where they fit in order to be laid back and comfortable and confident. If they don't know where they fit in, then they're on edge because they don't know if this new family member is above them or below them. They don't know how to treat them. They can't be comfortable. So they have to work that out first. So while they're doing that, it's going to look like aggression. It's going to look like nipping, even biting. It's going to look like head swiping. It's going to look like chomping. Chomping is a huge one. Chomping is always a warning sign. I usually say, like, if the pig's head is down and the eyes are focused up and they're kind of shrunken back into themselves, they're very stiff and they're chomping, that is a warning sign. So this is what it's going to look like. When our pig is acting like this towards a dog, a new puppy, a friend's dog, then what we can do is we can step in and we can, first of all, try to change that way of thinking, trying to change the way that their brain is focused on dominating. We can change that. So we can get their attention and we can move them. So move the pig is a technique that we use with pigs. I use it every single day with my pigs, and it's a wonderful technique if you can do it correctly. So you can move your pig away from the dog, away from the puppy, away from whatever they're upset about, and you're reminding them that you're the leader. You're the leader, you're in charge, you're the boss. You need to move away. You need to be distracted from this. You need to get away from this situation and move them away from that trigger. Now, when you have a dog and a pig and they are interacting together and the pig is doing okay, you can definitely tell the pig is nervous, but the pig is doing okay. What we don't want to do is we don't want to allow this puppy mostly, but some dogs as well, to harass our pig, okay? Now, what does this look like? Well, we all know how puppies are, and we all know how they play, right? They jump, they pounce, they nip, they even bite. They're very jumpy and they jump on things and pounce on things. And this is a behavior that we need to keep away from our pig. Now, the dog is not being malicious. The dog is not trying to hurt the pig. The dog is trying to play. And in their mind, remember we talked about how they think differently. So in the dog's mind, the dog is playing. They want to play. This is a friend. Let's do something fun. But in the pig's mind, this is a danger. This dog is danger. They don't understand. Pigs and dogs do not speak the same language. This pig has no idea what that puppy is doing. No clue. So all they know is that they need to be on the defensive. They need to defend themselves. And when a puppy is allowed or a dog is allowed to treat a pig this way, then it quickly builds up inside the pig that this dog is not to be trusted. And it almost develops like a kind of resentment. They do not like this animal. And pigs have very good memories, okay? It's going to take a lot to change a pig's mind that this little dog, this puppy, is not good news. And this is a long-term decision. So that's why it's important for us to know this before we even bring in these animals together. Remember, pigs really are not super forgiving, right? A dog, if you accidentally step on your dog, you're backing up and your dog is there and you accidentally step on them, all you have to do is, oh, I'm so sorry, come here. Oh, I'm so sorry, and give him scratches and give him a treat, right? And the dog has forgotten about it. Pigs are not so forgiving. It takes a long time to retrain that frame of mind that you are okay, that you are safe, that you are not trying to hurt them on purpose. So it's important to teach the dog, teach the puppy to be calm around the pig. Reward that calm frame of mind. Now, this is where a really good dog trainer can come into play. My sister-in-law, who owns Milligan Valley Canine Academy, is a phenomenal dog trainer. I have seen her turn little pouncy, anxious dogs into calm, confident dogs that I would trust around my pigs. So if you're struggling in this area, you don't know how to fix it, then I suggest you reach out to a dog trainer. I know that there are thousands of dog trainers all over the world, probably more than that. So find a good one and find one that's going to help you teach your dog how to be calm around your pig, how to have a calm frame of mind. And when that needs to happen, it will be very, very helpful to your pig for your dog to know how to do this. It's going to open up more of an opportunity where your dog and your pig are going to be able to be friends and not constant bickering enemies. Teach the dog that toys are for playing, that people are for playing, that the backyard is for running around and playing. But when it comes to the pig is for relaxing. So when you're around the pig, it's time to chill. It is not time to be pouncy and overly friendly and playtime. So when it comes to introducing a pig and a new dog or puppy, this is something that you're going to want to put the time in. You're going to want to put the effort and the training in on both ends. And if you do that in the beginning for the first couple months, then you will reap the benefits later on. So just know it's going to take some time. So what you're going to want to do is you're not going to want to let your pig and dog interact together immediately, alone, like just out in the yard on their own. No. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put some kind of a barrier between them, some kind of a fencing. Even if you put one of them in a dog crate that is a wire dog crate that they can easily see and smell each other through. This is where patience is going to come in, because what you're going to do, remember, we don't want forced introductions. We don't. We want to give them the space to come together if they want and go away if they don't. Doing that is going to not put the pressure on them and not flick the fear up in the back of their mind, especially the pig, that this is a dangerous situation. But they can always retreat. They can always get away from the dog or puppy. The puppy too. Puppy might be afraid. Dog might be afraid. So we want a place where they can get away from each other so that they don't feel that pressure. If they want to mingle, they can come to the fence line. They can sniff each other. The pig might try to bite the puppy through and the puppy might retreat, and vice versa. Just playful, of course. But if they feel overwhelmed or uncomfortable, they can always back away. As they're doing this, if you see the puppy starting to pounce on the fencing, that needs corrected. That needs corrected immediately so that you don't, so that you can immediately start to teach the puppy or the dog that calm around the pig is ideal. And this is the situation that we want. You can also redirect them to toys or to come over here and play with you if they want to play, but this pig is not playtime. If the pig starts to get nervous and remember what we talked about, head low, mohawk up, eyes looking up, chomping, swiping, snapping, these are all warning signs that your pig is not comfortable. So then we can step in. We can say, it's all right. Go over, give them some scratches. Maybe they'll roll over for a belly rub. We're trying to associate this time with calm, peaceful, happy, comfortable conditions. And so it's going to take us being there, especially in the beginning, to help that to stay a positive experience. Now, it's important that there are two things that we keep under control in this situation. Number one, like we talked about, is the dog's excitement. The dog's excitement, the dog's drive for playtime and excitement and pounciness. That and the pig's fear. These are the two things that we need to keep in control and pay very close attention to. It might even be nice if there's one person on the dog's side and one person on the pig's side, so that you can both step in and you're not like trying to run around it or trying to like jump over the fence, or that can cause more heightened anxiety. So if you can stay calm and each of you can be on each side of the fence, then you can each step in immediately when the dog, puppy, or pig need it. There are so many pig-dog relationships that go very bad, and it can happen overnight. It can happen in an instant. And so the reason that that happens is because people do not understand the dynamics and what is happening when a pig and a puppy or a dog are together. We've seen it 1,000 times on Instagram and TikTok. It doesn't matter if it's a dog and a piglet or a pig and a puppy. It doesn't matter. The same thing happens. The dog is playing and pouncing, and the pig is like biting and attacking and jumping and rooting and trying to gain dominance. It's afraid. So when we see these videos, we need to look at them. Now you'll have the tools to be able to see what is truly happening in these videos. And they're so upsetting to me. And let me tell you, if there's one online, someone has sent it to me. Probably 1,000 people have sent it to me. And it's really hard for me to watch them because I can see what's truly happening in those videos. Remember that the dog is not being malicious to the pig. The dog is simply acting on its own instincts and feelings. The pig is doing the same thing. The pig is acting on instincts and feelings, and they're completely opposite. They are terrified. They are being tortured. They are being terrorized. This is not okay. It is not okay. It is in the pig's nature to be cautious and defensive. And what are they going to do? They're going to react. They're going to react in a way that is not nice, because in their mind, they are protecting themselves. This is life or death in their mind. So when it comes to pigs and dogs together, the best way that we can set them up for success is by not letting the dog terrorize the pig, not letting the pig bully the dog or puppy. We need to keep both under control. We need to control the dog's excitement, and we need to control the pig's fear. By doing that, we are setting them up for the best possible chances of success and having a nice long-term friendship as they continue to grow older. Again, it is going to take a lot of effort on our part. But if we put that time and effort in, then the chances of them being friends forever is going to be so worth it in the long run. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and follow me here on YouTube. I would love to have you check out my videos. I upload a video every week on some kind of pig behavior or understanding your pig better. I've had pet pigs since 2004. I am a mini pig expert. I have watched them for years, and I really had to figure out a lot of that information on my own because there was no internet when I got my first pig. So today I try to support pig families. I try to help them understand their pig so that every pig can stay in their home and every pig can be understood and thrive. I want you to have a good pet pig experience. I have had some pretty rough ones in my life, but I never gave up on my pig. And so I don't want you to do that either. So I will be here. I will see you next time.